I never thought I would be this angry. I never thought I would be this angry. I sat down to watch the Havana Syndrome bill, and I literally cussed out loud. I'm seeing these TIs sharing this fucking status, right? And I'm thinking, are you actually paying attention to what these lying cunts are saying? First of all, right, the Havana Syndrome bill offering compensation to victims of Havana Syndrome, it relates to the intelligence community and the intelligence community alone. Basically, anybody who is a member of the intelligence community are the only ones getting compensation for the effects of electronic torture, when the intelligence community are part of the reason why Havana Syndrome exists in the first place. That's A. B, now they're trying to make out like Russia, China, and Cuba are responsible for these electronic attacks, or solely responsible for these electronic attacks, when we all know full fucking well that the UK and the US, when it comes to Holocaust, when it comes to genocide, and when it comes to defense technologies, they are front and fucking center when it comes to the technological advancements of defense. Okay? So if anybody has been using this technology on US intelligence services, it's probably the US themselves. Now, whilst they're having this bill, whilst they're engaging in this bill now, they're acting like they had no idea how these mysterious attacks occurred. Oh, it's so mysterious. So where could it possibly come from? It's literally quantum technology. It's been studied for fucking decades, since before the Second World War. What the fuck are you talking about? These people are such lying cunts, I can't believe it. Oh. And now they're talking about we gotta find out who's responsible. Well, surely this should be an investigation. It should be an intelligence services mission, shouldn't it? Because we're talking about terrorism. So where is this fucking compensation bill coming from? Why are you going to compensate people for a crime that the US never committed? I'm asking, why are you going to compensate intelligence services officers for their fucking Havana Syndrome experiences if the US had nothing to do with it? If you had nothing to do with it, what are you paying for it for? What are you paying for it for? Why are you not investigating what's going on? Why are you not asking China? Why are you not asking Putin? Why are you not asking the leader of China? Why are you not asking the current leader of Cuba? Why are you not asking them what's going on? Why are you not running investigations? Why did you run straight into fucking compensating the intelligence communities? I'll tell you why, because the US are responsible for the fucking attacks. This is what I'm talking about when I say you cannot rely on criminals to solve their own fucking crimes, because they're going to be the ones who write the narrative. What in the fuck did I just watch? And people, TRs are literally seeing the hope in this. Oh, hold on. Got a wave to my friend here. Hang on. Have I waved to you? I'm trying to wave to you. I'll just say hi. Yeah? I'll just say hi. Oh, yeah. Now I'll wave back. Sorry, there's a bit of a delay, but thank you for joining me. I was so angry. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Like, I'm used to... You should be used to the lies by now as a TI. As a TI and as somebody who, has had plenty of experience with institutional gaslighting and things like that. I should be used to the most outrageous lies by now. But what I just saw with that Senate meeting, I'm absolutely bewildered. I am bewildered. I can't believe this shit. I'm absolutely bewildered that like the insult to our intelligence. My fellow TIs, if you wish to call yourselves Havana Syndrome victims, then by all means do so, because that's exactly what we are. Okay? We are victims of electronic torture We are victims of institutionalized narcissistic abuse. We are victims of neurolinguistic programming, synthetic telepathy, the whole nine, okay? So if you want to talk about being victims of these things, then by all means do it. If you want to capitalize on this, by all means do it. Because you know somebody's going to listen. So capitalize on it. Go ahead. But as for this bill, it's just like I said in Saturn Chronicles 1. The only people, the people firing the weapons, the people using the weapons, 9 times out of 10, they've got a mental illness. The ones who are being tortured, they're diagnosed with mental illness in order to affect their credibility in court. So the only people who can really testify against the crimes committed are the ones who are funding the crimes. And they're not about to solve their own crimes. I keep telling you this. With the conservatorship abuse, like I said before, Britney Spears, I love Britney, but she was, the only time when people cared about conservatorship abuse is when it happened to her. It's been happening to ordinary people for decades. It's been happening to ordinary people for decades. Okay? Now with this Havana syndrome stuff, that's been going on for decades. People have been selected to be targeted with electronic weaponry for fucking decades. And it's only now that intelligence services of all people talk about being harmed. When it's partially the intelligence services that are responsible for this in the first place, now they want to play crazy and act like they have no idea what's going on. And the US, don't even get me started on the US, okay? The UK is evil to its core, and it knows a thing or two about dictatorship. It's so good at it, it makes you think it's not a dictatorship. But the US are as subtle as a sledgehammer. How dare you stand there and act like you don't know with where this weaponry and where these wounds are coming from? How dare you act like it's mysterious? When George Bush was talking about weapons of mass destruction, this is my summation. My summation is this. When he accused Saddam Hussein of having weapons of mass destruction, and Tony Blair accused Tony Blair accused Saddam Hussein of having weapons of mass destruction, just like George Bush did. Do you know what I think happened? I think both Tony Blair and George Bush got involved in purchasing directed energy weaponry and infrasound weaponry, sonic weaponry. What happened is that they got involved in buying that, or they got involved in financing the next level of experimentation with those weapons, and they needed a fall guy to hide behind in order to distract everybody from what was going on. That's what I think was going on. That's what I think happened. But don't take my word for it. Just understand this. If the victims of Havana syndrome, if there are victims of Havana syndrome, why are you not investigating the crimes? And why are you already sowing seeds in people's minds that China, Russia, and Cuba, former communist countries, are the fucking villains of the piece? Why are you sowing that seed in people's minds? Why are you sowing that seed in people's minds rather than actually owning up and saying, you know what, we did this? If you have to compensate these intelligence services people, that means you fucking did it. Why are the criminals not funding it? Why are they not funding it? If you're so sure you know who it is, why are they not paying for it? Fuck off. Fuck off. That shit made me angry. That shit made me heated. Don't fall for it, America. I know I'm a British girl over here, a foreign bitch over here, okay? But don't fall for that bullshit. Keep fighting, but don't expect these people to solve their own crimes. If anything, it might get worse. Just hang tight. Just hold tight. Because if they're prepared to lie like this, they're prepared to do anything. Hold your ground, stay steadfast, because it might get worse. It's going to get worse if they're going to lie like this. I'm so angry and I'm so shocked. Crazy. Absolutely insane. And now I gotta go, man. I gotta calm my ass down and watch some fucking watch some shitty programming or something, watch something stupid to just get my mind right. Can't believe this crap.